Saka and win the championship, taken by Barabási in his victory.
Yes, it is.
Referee for this first match, Ahmed Al-Kakoub of France.
Thank you.
And then we welcome to the playing arena the four competitors, Christina Ach and G.Kota, first up. Both had a tough week. They were out in Rio this time last week, competing in the latter stages on the sands of Copacabana. And up against them today, Kinga Barabási and Katalin Dakó. Barabási, European Games singles champion, both from the Transylvania region of Romania.
Okay. We can start the warm-up. You are this side.
And we have 1 minute warm-up before we get the match underway. So 3 finals for you: women's doubles, mixed doubles, and then the men's final. It's getting a little bit cloudier here, but the temperature's still hot. Humidity still hot as well. 0 rain forecast, even though it may cloud over a little bit more before the end of proceedings. That may be a little bit of a relief for the competitors. Talking to a few of the players during the break, just a little bit of concern about the carpet they're playing on here on the surface inside the old amphitheatre. Christina Ach and her partner G.Kota have had a wonderful year, 2 of the most improved players. Ach is ranked number 3 in singles. Kota runner-up in the mixed doubles in Rio last weekend, whereas Ach won gold in the mix with Chababanyuk. They beat Kota along the way. And up against them today, Kinga Barabási. Barabási is 26 years old from Tagamaresh, and her young partner, just 20 years of age, Katalin. Great doubles record this year, both the 38 wins and just 60 beats for Dakó, including 3 titles, the only wins of her career. She burst onto the scene in this 12 months. As you can see, absolutely super setting here. Historic and beautiful.
We can start the game.
Well over 2,000 years old.
Okay, the ball, please.
This site has been redeveloped a bit over the years, of course, but it's the only remaining Roman arena to have 4 side towers entirely preserved.
Ready?
So Monsieur Ahmed Al-Kakoub gets proceedings underway.
Service.
And it will be Kinga Barabási with the first serve. Good serve as well. That was a tough one to reclaim, and it won't be reclaimed. Christina Ach, ranked number 12 in this discipline, 23-year-old.
First service.
Her and her teammate Kota, both from the Teqball Academy, both from Budapest area, the Hungarian capital. Hungary still so represented in finals days, in most events across the world, as the nation that gave birth to and developed the sport, but it is spreading really worldwide now. And she's setting it up for a partner, and a good hit, decent hit from Kota, but maybe not winning the point yet. The chest though from Barabási, just evading the table at the far side. So 2 points taken against serve. That's
first service.
Sorry, 1 point taken against serve, 1.1. Not
out.
Too unusual. In semi-finals, they had another landmark win over the top seeds. They have Ashash and Janet Janicek, 12-6, 12-6. Spectacular from Kota, trying a bit of tie magic there, I think. He'll be set up here again, I would think, too. Had to go with the head that time. Can't hit with the foot again if you've done the previous one.
Point to team in red.
And she's got the point there. I wonder if that might be an edge ball. No appeal against it. If it hits the edge directly, then it would be replay the point. If it hits the side, you lose the point. It looked like an edge ball.
First service.
But they got the point. No one complained. Very well controlled, but the second one was over the halfway line and Kota didn't have a chance.
Change of service. Team green to serve.
So a good start, particularly
First service.
for Barabási's point of view to hold 3 of 4
Out.
serves. Puts early pressure
Second service.
on the Hungarians.
Out. Double fault. Point to team in red.
Match affected maybe by the early pressure. Immediately with a double
First
fault.
service.
23-year-old, just a couple of years younger than her partner, G.Kota, but
Out. Point to team
has
in
really
red.
made most of her advances in the sport, in the singles, where she's ranked number 3 in the world. Only had 1 women's doubles title in 2023.
First service.
Has 5 mixed doubles
Out.
titles this year, Arch. But struggling here, as you can see.
Second service.
Arch forced back a little bit, couldn't get any real impetus with the header, and that's going to be over halfway, I think. Illegal attack.
Point to team in green.
Quickly spotted by our French referee, Ahmed El-Kakoub. 2 referees, of course. One standing on the opposite side, just out of shot.
First service.
Down below where you're watching from on your screens. Directly in line with the camera on the halfway line. It's his main job, I think, to look for the illegal attacks over halfway. 2 touches from Barabási. Has to be both players on a team touching the ball before it crosses the net.
Point to team in green.
Excellent finish from G.Kota. Ranked number 8 in this discipline, higher ranking in doubles than Arch. 1 women's doubles title this year as well, and a couple of titles in the mixed doubles.
First service.
Has played more than her
Out.
partner in this discipline.
Second
has a
service.
42-8 win-loss ratio in 2023. Kota retrieving the ball there and looking for the layoff.
Out.
Misses
Point
with
to
the
team in red.
spectacular bicycle kick style. Speaks very good English,
First service.
thankfully, G.Kota. See how far back
Edge ball.
Dakó goes.
New first service.
Uses knee, quite a defensive style, but it does get such a loop on the ball and forces the opponents quite a way back, but it should be quite easy to build an attack as it was, but still Barabási using the chest. Remains next time to have a go with the head or the foot if they can keep it in play, which they do. This time the foot, but no aggression from Barabási. They were on the defence. She retreats and she'll pick up this one with a head, and another good header needed here. It is good. Oh, well played. Did they get an edge ball? They did. They'll settle for that, the position they were in. Excellent positional work and good ball skills from the Romanians. They hail from largely Hungarian-speaking part of Romania, the Transylvania region.
First service.
There's an event in Barabási's home city in the European Teqball Tour last season. Now we've just got a 1 worldwide Teqball Tour.
Point to
A
team in green.
lovely harvesting header from Kota. Mow down the crop slow and harvest the rewards, and she kept that one as low as she could over the net, almost round the net, wasn't it?
First service.
So 6-4 here to the Romanians, trying to push ahead again.
Point to team
And
in
the celebration from the team in green. Arch and Kota after that finish.
green. First service.
Pulling it back to 6-5, the Hungarians.
Net.
So a little pressure building now with this second serve
service.
for Dakó. A chance to level the scores here. Barabási has so much work to do. Doesn't do too badly in the circumstances. Brilliant recovery. Kota, little harvester header, they left it for each other. Dakó looks apologetically at Barabási, and the crowd applaud. A super comeback from the Hungarians. They're level at 6-6. And all that effort from King of Barabási came to nothing when they left it for each other. Real divorce.
First service.
G.Kota. A lot of spin on the ball when she throws it up, but couldn't control it.
Second service.
More defensive second serve. Barabási should be able to lay it up nicely for Dakó. Good finish. Smashing it hard into the early point of the table to get maximum height. Two of the smallest competitors on the women's circuit in this game. I think Dakó's just a couple of centimetres shorter than Kristina Ač on the other side, but there's a nominal advantage being able to get the height. Can bring other attributes with a lower centre of gravity. Kota, oh, she loves the spectacular. She's been so successful with it over the last 12 months or so, but on this occasion can only find the perspex screen that is the net.
First service.
So a 2-point gap opening up again here. Kota's serve under pressure. 2 more to go, having lost the first 2. Now a chance to build something. Kota with the smash. Too wide for Barabási to get near it. And the team from Transylvania sees the lead halved from 2-1.
First service. Edge ball.
See the spin she imparts on the ball.
Wait
she will get
signal,
another
please.
first serve. Yeah, just
New first
threw the
service.
ball up in the air as he was saying that it was okay to play. Umpire gets the nod when we finish with the replays, so you don't miss any of the action. Barabási setting up for Dakó. A little too low for her to have a full-blooded swing at. Kota makes a bit of a mess of that. Might have changed her mind there. It looked like it would be high enough for the smash.
Team red to serve.
And she tried to just help it over
First
the net,
service.
but helped it off the table instead.
Out.
So a 2-point margin of comfort for the Romanians. 9-7.
Second
They
service.
lead. Barabási serving, headed second serve. Kota in there, saw a bit of a gap, couldn't quite exploit it enough with the drop shot, and well, that's one of the disadvantages of not being tall enough. Don't quite have the reach over the table when it is over the table.
First service.
Well, it's looking like it'll go all the way, this one, isn't it? Maybe a deciding point for the first time today. If it gets to 11 all, remember, next point wins no matter what in the first or second sets. 4 serves in a row before it's changed over.
Second service.
And the team from Budapest, Taxonia Academy, looking here in the green to bring it back level. Dakó had other ideas, but kept alive. Well played from Kota and Ač. But now it'll come back with force from Barabási. Too good, the header.
Point to team in red.
Sniper header, using the neck muscles, directing it well and getting the bounce off the table that left Kristina Ač stranded. Couple of points then from taking the opening set, Barabási and Dakó.
First service. Out.
Just 26
Second
years
service.
of age. Kinga Barabási is the oldest player in the final today.
Edge ball.
Edge ball. So a new second serve.
New second service.
European Games singles champion. Bit of a surprise, that Kota. And makes
Point
it.
to team in green.
Little too deep there, Barabási. Well, can they get it to 10 all? Not the change. 1 point in it.
First service. Net.
In the semi-finals,
Second service.
had an excellent win over in-form Petra Perci and Nora Vicek. 12-6, 12-8.
Point to team in green.
Wow, what drama.
Change of service. Team green to
So
serve.
it is 10 all. Disappointment written large over the faces of the Romanian players after that delicate touch.
First service.
It's ebbed and flowed. Who can win the next 2 points? She gets it over from there. That was a good effort. But Kota can go for the kill.
Net.
It's hit the net,
Point
not
to
the
team in
table.
red.
And it will be the first set point for the Romanians. Barabási and Katalin Dakó.
First service.
In effect, it's 2 set points, isn't it? Oh, was it over the net? Yep, illegal play.
Point to team in green.
So we do get a deciding point. It kind of looked like it all the way along. Whoever wins this point wins the first set. Doesn't get more exciting than this.
Net.
Doesn't matter whether it hits the table or not. As soon as it hits the net off serve, it's a fault serve. So only the headed second serve. Barabási sets herself up, goes for the header short. Harvester doesn't work. G.Kota though, quite deep and can't keep it on the table. And the first set goes to Barabási and Dakó in the narrowest of margins by 12 points to 11. Well, they led for most of that first set and probably just about deserved it. Not the classiest set from either player. Conditions quite difficult out there. Hadn't realised how difficult it was on the carpet until speaking to the players and having a closer inspection. Hot out there as well, of course. And bear in mind that these players, as I said earlier, the Hungarian team were both playing on finals day in Rio de Janeiro exactly a week ago and had to come back here and go through qualifying, the group stages, the quarters and the semis. Had the harder route to the doubles final, Ach and Kota. But it's the Romanians who took the first set, and the statistics show you not much. Apologies for that, but fewer mistakes made overall. Pula in Croatia on the Istrian coast, one of the most beautiful settings we've had on the Teqball tour. Good crowd in here today.
Second set.
A lot of passing tourists in maybe for a tour
Red team ready.
of the amphitheatre, choosing to stay a little longer. Maybe a few seeing it for the first time in the European Games in Krakow recently, in the big market there, the central market. Barabási with the header, first of intent in this second set.
Point
Similar
to team in green.
from the Hungarian team though.
First service.
Doing well.
Out.
It's an effective serve when she gets it right, just a little too long. If you
service.
just catch the lower part of the table, like it did there, going down. It's so difficult to control. Comes off, you're almost skidding off. That's an edge ball from Barabási, so the point is annulled and they will replay.
Repeat the rally. First service. Out.
Yeah, Christina Ach already said they beat Vasas and Janicek in the semi-final. Had to play Amélie Julien and Sofia de Genie, the
second service.
New French-Hungarian partnership, and that looked like it would be quite a threat, but they dismissed them in straight sets, 4 and 6. But the first captain's fault here early in the second set.
First service. Out. Point to team in green.
In the group, they also won all 3 matches without dropping a set.
First service.
Set they just dropped, the first in this tournament this week in the women's doubles.
Second service.
Incidentally, these two will be on opposite sides of the table in the next match. In the mixed doubles, coming right up all the finals, one after the other.
Change of service.
G.Kota will be partnering Balázs Katz, and Christina Ach will be alongside the world #1 Csaba Bányik.
First service.
And then we'll have the men's final, which is sure to be big hitting and spectacular. And it's another all-Hungarian affair. It's been the best competition for a long time for the Hungarians. Here the Romanians doing their best to spoil the Hungarian party.
Team in red.
World Championships coming up at the end of November in Bangkok, in Thailand. And that should be quite an event. The mayor of this city, Pula, is here today. We'll be handing out one of the trophies a little later for the men's doubles. G.Kota with a nice header that caused problems, and Dakó couldn't control it.
Point to team in red.
And they just start to pull away a little here. 4-2, having dropped the first set.
First service.
First set went all the way to a deciding point.
Second service.
Barabási and Dakó so far this week have conceded just 25 points in their 4
Point to
matches.
team in red.
They conceded almost half as many again in the first set here today.
First service.
First real test that they've had this week.
Out.
And probably started favourites for this one, I would think.
Second service.
Excellent record this year in doubles. Barabási, 43 wins and just 13 defeats, 3 titles.
Point to team in green.
1 in each category. Singles, mixed and women's doubles.
Change of service. First service. Point to team in green.
Wow, they're pulling away now. Another 2 points in a row. Takes it to 6-3. They were never
First
ahead
service.
in that first set.
Out.
In the end, they
Second service.
took it to a deciding point. They'll be hoping not to let their opponents back in now. They have the advantage. Barabási trying to do something about it. She's done well there. Arch can't bring it back.
Point to team in
Hampered
red.
a little by the lack of space in the arena. Same size for all the tournaments, so they know the diameters and the measurements of the court.
First service.
So Kota to serve again.
Net.
Again, the spinning ball, but they play it more
Second
safe now
service.
with the second serve. Just a straight header. That's nicely teed up, but she misses
Point to
it.
team in green.
Mistake from Barabási. And this set is getting away from them now. One more serve from Kota. They need to win this really badly
First
now.
service.
Barabási and Dakó. Kota will be delighted if she can get one more point, and she does,
pass.
off
Point
the
to
back
team
of
in
a
green.
super serve. The ball went
Change
back
of
on the
service.
table,
Team
but
red
it
to
needs
serve.
both players to touch it for it to be legal. And now a 4-point
First
cushion.
service.
A chance to attack their opponent's serve. Big, high, looping serve, the highest in the game, I reckon, from the frontline players. Brilliant
Point to
smash.
team in green.
And they're taking charge now, and we are heading towards a deciding set here. 9-4.
First service.
Kathleen Dakó under a bit of pressure
Out.
here, and misses with the first serve. Just 20 years of age. She'll celebrate her 21st
Second
birthday in a
service.
couple of months. A little before the World Championships. And another
Point to
excellent
team in
finish. She's become the specialist at that, the 25-year-old from the Taxonomy Academy. Lost in the women's doubles finals in Rio last weekend when they won the first set against Marais de Cruz and Viana
Out.
Mendes. Here they're trying to reverse that, having lost the first set here, hoping to have another comeback victory.
Second service.
Dakó struggling for that first serve. Arch taking advantage. Oh, a little too far. I think
illegal
that's
attack.
illegal attack. Yeah,
Point
just
to team
overdone
in
by
red.
Arch. So after a string of points, 4 in a row, respite, and not quite a route
First
back
service.
in yet for the Romanians in this second set. That's a better first serve, lower trajectory, difficult, but still set up nicely, and
Out.
it won't touch
Point
the
to
table.
team in red.
Off the net and over the edge of the table.
Change of service.
Another point clawed back, 10-6.
First
Can
service.
change quickly, but still would be a miracle escape to take this in straight sets now for the Romanians. And
Point
Dakó
to
nets.
team in green.
So 11-6. Scoreboard in the arena was wrong. It now
First
has corrected
service.
itself. It's numerous
Out.
set points here.
Second service.
Chance for a bit of glory for Christina Atch.
Point
It's
to
touched
team
the
in
table, not the edge, and they take it and send us into a decider. Well, if the first set was nip and tuck all the way to a deciding point, the second set didn't prove to be so. It's a really good comeback. You can see the ball landing flush on the end of the table, not the edge. Service ace to round off the set for Christina Atch and Gabriela Kota. They take it 12-6. And we are going into another deciding set, just like we did in the bronze match. And on a couple of occasions this morning, 2 out of the 3 matches went the distance, and we got some real drama in the mixed doubles, didn't we? So leveling it up, 1 apiece, winning that second set by 12 points to 6. Not too much leaping out there, 3 winners to 0 for the Hungarians, and more unforced errors from the Romanians. Generally, if you make fewer unforced errors, you're going to be more often than not winning the set. So the momentum would seem to be with the Hungarians, and indeed the Romanian coupling, Barabási and Dakó, know all about being beaten finalists. They were runners-up in 3 successive events in women's doubles this year at the European Games in Krakow, when they lost to Vasas and Janicek, and also in Podgorica when they lost to the same opponents, while in Madrid they lost to Vicek and Perci.
G.Kota receive first. Who wants to serve first?
Got revenge in the semi-final over Vicek and Perci here to make this final clash. They've just lost their first set of the tournament, and so we're in to a decider. It's the Teqball Tour. We're in Croatia, and we're in a final set between the girls from Budapest and the girls from Transylvania.
Okay, ready?
Ahmed El
Final
Dakó,
set.
our
First
referee,
service.
tells the players to get underway. Immediately, a big
Point to
looping
team in
serve
green.
from Dakó that doesn't come off for them. Well set up by Arch here, and Kota. How many times have we seen that? The bicycle kick in full effect. Kind of like a round leg action, isn't it? More than an overhead bicycle kick.
First service.
She has tremendous power with it.
Out.
And we saw
Second service.
Dakó switch to that lower trajectory, and
Edge
the first
ball.
serve wasn't working in the second set.
New second service.
Still second serve then. Right down the middle this time. Kota getting in position by the net, goes short this time. Kept alive though. Barabási teeing it up nicely, perfect position. Kota couldn't get there to that one though, and cannot find the table.
First service. Out.
Just needs
Second service.
one good run, you feel, here from one of the teams. Kota with a smash. Barabási kept it alive, but that's so difficult. She's not going to get that back.
Point to team in green.
Possible that Dakó didn't expect it to make such ground, having been forced back.
First service.
Hungarians leading 2-1, looking to take 3 of the opponent's serves here. Kota has to chest that off. Barabási, nicely done, well directed. Went on the blind side of the table there from Dakó, and she'll have to do it again here, and can't this time with the foot. Little low, difficult
Change of service.
tariff, if you like. So
First
3
service.
of the 4 serves have been taken away from the Romanians. Now Barabási and Dakó must look to do likewise
Second service.
against G.Kota's serve. It's neat from Dakó, but Kota will be able to return it with interest. Goes for the short one this time, and a little harvester header.
Point
Good
to team
effort.
in red.
Well, she apologises for the flick on the net. I don't think it would have made much difference. The cushioned header just helped it to bounce twice on the table. Yeah, didn't change the
First
course
service.
of the ball almost at all.
Out.
Kota just not quite getting the spinning serve on the first serve
Second
right at the moment.
service.
The chance for Dakó
Point
to
to
pull
team in
them
green.
level, but the mistake from the youngest player in the final, the 20-year-old.
First service.
3 titles
Out.
for Dakó this year. The only titles of her career.
Second service.
Kota.
Point to team in red.
Well, they're not going away, are they? What we really wanted was an exciting match to start the afternoon session. The three finals back to back. Looks like this one could be going all the way once again.
First service.
So 4-3 to the Romanians.
Teqball. New first service.
Last of Kota's 4 serves.
Net.
Looks like that hit the net.
Second service.
So be the less risky headed approach this time. Dakó waiting, swinging. Got
Point
there.
to team in red.
Just, I think, didn't cross the halfway line.
Change of service. Team red to serve.
We do have VAR. There is a chance of a player challenge, but no challenge on that shot.
First service.
So tied up at 4-4.
Net.
Both servers so far in this set have lost their serve 3-1.
Second service.
Can Kinga Barabási, world number 7 in this discipline, turn things around, highest ranked. Oh, struggling there, never going to make it, was over halfway even if she had hit the side or got it on the table. Just ran away from her a little. Very hot here today. It is getting cloudier, but the sun's still managing to pierce the hazy cloud at the moment. 4-5. Second serve needed here for Barabási.
Second service.
Who's going to have the first attacking instinct? It's Kota, who does it with the less dramatic but equally effective method of the little dinked harvester header. Just bounced the second time on the table to win the point. So we talked about getting a run of points, and it's going the way now of G.Kota.
Switch side.
Yeah, we should have changed side the point before, shouldn't we? It's 6-3. It's now 7-3. They won't take off a point. Final
First
set,
service.
change ends at 6, and if it gets to 12,
Out.
12-11, you do need to win by 2 points, and they would change sides
Second
again.
service.
So absolutely imperative now that the Romanians stay in this rally and win a few points, but the Hungarians take another one. And from 4-3, they're rattling up a lead now. It's getting to critical stage.
Out.
A little more force on that one from Kinga Barabási.
Second service.
To no avail, just missed the end of the table. That one found the end of the table though. Still, Kato in a good position. Barabási, Dakó, no.
Point to team
Coming
in
at her
green.
too hard and too much distance to cover. Close to the end now. It's been a tremendous comeback here in
Timeout
Pula.
called by team in red.
Timeout is called. Chance of a breather, some liquid and some encouragement from the corners. And the enthralled crowd here in this historic setting can enjoy a little bit of a respite themselves as we hit the end period of this match. But who's going to write the final chapter in the first of the 3 finals here in Pula? These girls are sitting in pole position. A 6-point lead in the final set is surely enough, but you never know. Barabási and Dakó looking for the comeback. Hadn't lost a set this week in the women's doubles until that second set, having taken the first on the decisive point. Well, previously here we've had Sinead O'Connor, great loss to the music world, and Elton John, the Arctic Monkeys performing here. And even they couldn't have provided the drama that we've had here already today, with 2 more wonderful finals to come. So sport for all ages. Just make sure you've got the hat, the sun cream and the liquid. Not much shelter around in
First service.
Roman amphitheatres. So we resume 9-3. absolute must-win points now, and Barabási thought she had it, only to be thwarted by the call from the referee of edge ball. So they will have to do it again.
First
4
service.
serves here of Christina Ach that are going to be critical for the destination of the gold medal and the title. Oh, and she can't reach it. Kinga Barabási. They needed to take at least 3, preferably all 4. And now, look at the encouragement from her partner, G.Kota. 23-year-old Ach, who's had a
Second
wonderful
service.
season. Number 3 in the world in singles. Barabási did well, but still keeping it alive. Ach, big swing from Dakó. Oh, she's over halfway. They'll surely review this one. It's a challenge from Kinga Barabási, and this is more or less playing your joker, playing the last card in the pack. It's 10-3, this is critical. Dakó was celebrating, they thought there was nothing wrong with it, but the umpire just in front of me immediately called it. Now, where was the first contact? Let's have a closer look at this. Not quite as clear cut. Was it there? That'll be good. I think she's got away with it. Romanian hearts are happy. No illegal attack. And it will be a green light for Romania and a point chalked off. Now they think they should win the point, and I think they've got a good point.
Repeat the point.
Oh, that's all right, isn't it?
Okay.
Where's that? I haven't found that place yet. Book me a spot for later. So they do get a point, and that's the right decision. Could have been 11-3 and 8 match points. Now 10-4. That little flame is still flickering for Romanian Teqball fans. Huge advantage still, but double fault, captain's fault. Is that just a sign of the tension now? It's easier getting to the finishing line than crossing it in many sports.
Service.
Oh, Ach did well there, right at the end of the table. Oh, Barabási has so uncharacteristically messed it up. It seemed like an easy put away, and probably ought to have been, but now we're at match points. 6 match points for the Hungarian team. Kota and Ach within touching distance.
Out.
Defeated a week ago on the beach at Copacabana. And now, one big shot away from the title. Kota supplies it! G.Kota strikes for gold! It's another win for the emerging Hungarian team of Ach and Kota, ranked only 12 and 8 in the world coming into this tournament. They'll be surging up the rankings and a real threat at the World Championships to come in Thailand in a couple of months. Well, they showed tremendous teamwork and discipline, having lost that opening set, and they came back superbly to win the decider decisively by 12 points to 5. G.Kota, probably the player of the match, getting the final point, spectacularly so. She made so few errors, set up her partner well, and smashed to perfection to win the championship for Taxonia Academy, for Hungary, and most of all for themselves, Christina Ach and G.Kota.